Big problems for real estate companies, bigger problems for the real estate market. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, buckle up and strap in. I got a hard-hitting pull no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to package today as the big real estate companies are all in a massive free fall. We're going to take a little look inside, an insider look on Opendoor, the iBuyer, the big company that's throwing stuff overboard, and they are in massive trouble. If I've ever seen bankruptcy risk, this is a situation that quite possibly looks like a bankruptcy risk. And this is just the tip of the iceberg as the cards continue to crumble. There was no solid foundation in which this housing market was built on. It was in fact quicksand, a game of musical chairs. As we now created that two-headed monster I always talk about, runaway inflation in a risen interest rate environment, that is a bad recipe for the housing market, a recipe for disaster, to say the least. So while everybody wanted to go tell you this time was different and the housing market won't crash, listen, I always say this. Anytime the housing market has exhibited bubble behavior, they've crashed 100% of the time. So even as an industry guy, somebody who came in here very early when the euphoria was still transpiring, warning people that the dust would settle, there would be blowback, and we would pay the piper from overheating the U.S. housing market, putting people on the sidelines willing to earn their business later. I knew that there was no way this thing could survive. And we're seeing the companies that drank the Kool-Aid, the Opendoors, the Redfins, the Zillows, all these companies that drank the Kool-Aid and went out and bought in the height of the market as well, in big, massive trouble. So today we're going to go ahead and take a little insider look, a sneak peek. We're going to put under the microscope Opendoor and just take a look at what's actually going on with them, their stock values. Then we're going to meet back here to wrap it up. Let's get started. Weakening real estate demand and the decelerating home prices have put Opendoor, the world's largest iBuyer, in a tough position. The company reported discouraging third quarter financial results, which pushed their stocks down even further, 88% over the last 12 months. Now let's jump over and take a look at their stock values, down to merely $1 a share as they trend down to the bottom. All right, friends, welcome back. So there you go, a little sneak peek of what kind of pain Opendoor is feeling. That is not a good situation, friends. And listen, I could open up Zillow, Redfin, you name it. Anybody in the tech space, the real estate space is doing a very similar thing, if not even worse. This is all trending towards the bottom. But the realities are you really have to understand this. I was talking to a friend today, another agent, and even he gets it now. You know, he's like, hey, the real estate market's starting to really start to have some problems. I'm like, you think? You think so? What'd you think was going to happen? But it's really hard, even for me and my colleagues. A lot of times for me, I have to be really careful and tap dance around a lot of this stuff. But man, give me a chance, turn me loose, and I will tell you exactly how I feel, which is great about YouTube, is exactly what I'm doing here and trying to protect as many of you as I can. I've always said my rewards in life are in direct proportion to my contribution. I contributed by putting people's needs before my own. What's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen to the people in the industry that was cheerleading these markets, putting people at risk, putting them in, letting them overpay for homes, tell them whatever they needed to hear to get the sale done? I don't think they're putting their needs before their own. If their rewards in life are in direct proportion to their contribution, what do you think's in store for a lot of the people in the industry? Well, I just showed you. Opendoor, 88% decline in their company values. That's what happens when you bamboozle people, when you tell them that this is a good time to buy, when you don't even let the words come out of your mouth, real estate bubble. This is exhibiting bubble behavior. Quite the opposite. This time is different, is what people wanted to tell you. And they're right. This time is different. It's worse. My gosh, we've never seen a real estate bubble reach this type of highs. We've never seen overnight appreciation to never seen before highs. This was breaking all the wrong records, producing a real estate bubble. So the realities are, friends, if we're going to cut to the chase here, Opendoor's in big trouble. When your stockholders watch your stocks worth 88% less within a 12 months time. What do you think what's going to happen in 12 months from now? Well, I'm going to make a little prediction right now right now for us. It's going to get much, much worse. A lot of these companies are going to fold up shop. At best, they're going to go back to being a search engine, a website, but they're no longer going to be able to run a real estate business where they're buying and selling real estate. That business model only works in a bubble environment. When we're in a housing market crash, these companies are going to crash along with it. Had they protected themselves and maybe their clients, maybe they could have earned some people's business later, or been able to survive in this environment. Like I always say, insulate ourselves. Save your cash for the crash. Save it for a rainy day. I don't think Opendoor saved their cash for the crash, and I don't think they saved it for a rainy day, but the perfect storm has been delivered that's gonna bring a knockout blow, it would appear. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. Understand, when you see big companies like Opendoor stock values basically a race to the bottom, 88% less than what they were running at in 12 months, these guys are in massive, let me repeat, they're approaching 90% of what they were trading at. Their company stock values are evaporated. I mean, let's just cut to the chase. I mean, this is basic, like, I don't even want to buy them at $1 a share. Why would I? They're clearly in bankruptcy conversation mode behind closed doors. That's what happens when your company is worth 10% of what it was. It's not a good look. And you could throw a dart at the NASDAQ and you're going to hit another company that's doing the same thing. Congratulations to anybody that's awake right now. This is an insane time. Speaking of awake, I want to take this opportunity. Our good friend Dan over at iAllegedly. Love you, Dan. Sorry to hear about your girlfriend, Lisa. I've met her. I took both of you guys out to lunch, and sweetest lady you'd ever know. Pleasure to have met her. I'm a better person for having known her, but just so you know, everybody keep Dan in your thoughts and prayers right now. Dan, we are absolutely cheering for you. And for everybody else here, I'm always cheering for you. I'm your biggest cheerleader on YouTube, guaranteed. I hope you guys understand that. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It'd be our honor and our privilege to do so. Email in the description for you as well. Also, if you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, I think you're really going to love the next video that's coming into your screen. And there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.